Evening, guys. Welcome back to Prospects eRacing League. Here for the Academy tier tonight, and it's round 6 in Miami. Was meant to be 18, but only 11 have actually checked in. But yeah, good evening, everybody. Let's see what we can do around Miami. Remember, 18-minute qualifying with a 25% race. Tier 1, Tier 2... and Tier 3 last night. Academy now, and then Tier 4 in a little while. Back with me at 10 o'clock, so in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. How you doing, Javan? How you doing, Equator? Nick, good that I can talk here. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with that, mate. I don't actually know what's happened. I just need to unmute you, but yeah, I'm not sure. It's quite simple. If it's what I think, Mason, if you're doing something, I'm gonna watch you, man. So you know, it's not a case of don't watch me. I'll watch anybody that I need to watch, my man. Mason is getting pole. Well, if he gets pole, then he's going to be watched, isn't he? We've got Sushi. Is that you or is it Brad? Brad coming out on track now to set the first time lap here this evening. Don't forget, it's going to be myself and Chappers in about an hour and 20 minutes. Ready for the Tier 4 race around Miami as well. And that'll be it for this week in Prospects. How are we all doing, guys? Are we all good? You haven't got game sound. Now you have game sound. There we go. Right, guys, let's see what he does then. Brad White starts the first flying lap here this evening, and let's see what he can do in Miami. Oh, we've got yellow flags down the back straight. That's going to be for possibly a Quasar. Yeah, it is. It's a Quasar. They reckon Mason's getting pole. I reckon Nick's getting pole. Could be Interior that gets pole as well, though. To be fair, some pretty fast guys out here. I had the privilege of meeting some of you guys last week for the Academy race. Obviously, we are doing cross-play now here in the Academy. And to be fair, it's not looking terrible. Brad obviously on PC at the moment, and we've got quite a few PC, quite a few PlayStation this afternoon or this evening. And some of them looking pretty good on connection. So I'm hoping that they're finally starting to get it together. I believe you guys on PC had an update there as well, didn't you? Apparently it was a stability fix. There we go. So Brad goes quickest. Obviously, he is the only driver out there setting a time so far. T4 Real about to begin his. Next up is Sushi Trash, who is beginning his lap. Jonas is the lead Haas. He is coming down towards the final few corners, and then it is going to be Interior straight after. have a look and see what you can do. As here comes Interior as he goes second. Jonas goes provisional P1 at the moment. McLaren of Kai just beginning his lap, I think. And is that Equator? Yeah, Equator just calling things down to go again. We've got just Komi-san coming through on his lap, not looking the most comfortable through this this back end part of the lap. Nick's saying it's his worst track. Oh well, we'll have to wait and see if it is your worst track, won't we? We will have to wait and see if it's your worst track or not. So here comes just Komi-san. He's coming around the final few corners. He has no airs left in the tank. Let's see what he can do. Those 4 fastest at 31.5. So he's had a moment somewhere. He's definitely had a moment somewhere. Next up we've got T4 Real. Here he comes. Let's see what he can do as he comes around to finish off the lap. He goes third fastest, and then Sushi Trash. He's the next driver coming around to finish this lap. And then we've got Kai on a lap. Sushi goes second fastest. Oh my god, 200s. 200s between him and Jonas. And I'm not even going to bother trying to watch this for the lap as well. There's nothing wasting my time. We've got Kai coming through now. Goes third quickest. So we've got PC 1 and 2 with Kai in the middle of all of the PC drivers there in third place. And then we've got Nick and Criminal on outlaps. Criminal, the driver ahead. So we are going to stay on board with those. And Nick, apparently you are unmuted from the chat now, man. Criminal can do is it goes through the winding section of sector 1 coming around into sector 2 actually. So let's see what these guys can do. Criminal on PlayStation, currently not set a time yet, down in 8th place as Kai is the only driver in the top 3 on PlayStation. Everybody else is on PC. Just Komi-san down there 31.5. Definitely made a mistake on his lap there somewhere. There was definitely a mistake through this lap. But this lap is horrible. I hate this lap. Like this track is disgusting. The lap, it just looks so uncomfortable, the laps in general. And I've raced it and I've hated it. Not a favourite of mine at all. On board with Criminal. Nick is going to be next. 7th fastest for Criminal, just ahead of just Komi-san. Nick comes down towards the end of his lap, and then we've got Equator, who is the next driver. Where are you? You are going through sector 2 now. So here comes Nick. Oh, it's his worst track. Yeah, complete second clear. Okie dokie. 8 second clear. Eden Baguette, how are you? Yeah, I you know, that's fair. Quasar goes second fastest. Still only Nick into the 27. That's crazy time there from Nick. He's claiming it's his worst track. Mason next to go through. He comes through this tricky part of the track now. It's a horrible part of the track. I hate it. You can unsettle your car so easily through here as well. Mason only manages 11th fastest. Wow. Wow. Mason off the pace at the moment. Down all the way down there in 11th place. That's not like him, is it really? Brad going for another lap. T4 Real going through sector 1. You've got Interior who's invalidating his lap. Is that Equator up there? Is he up or down his lap at the moment? He's still going for it, it seems. But I'm not sure if he's going to dive into the pits at the end of this. Yeah, so Quasar into the pits, sat in second place at the moment. Interior into the pits. T4 Real still going on his lap. Brad going through his lap at the moment. So we stay on board with T4 Real in the Mercedes. Getting really out of shape coming out that left-hander. That's a really tricky left-hander as well, though. Ooh, not sure what he's doing there. He's, I think he's trying to get some temperatures into those rears, isn't he? Trying to get some temperature into those tyres, maybe. But all he's done is... and this is one way to definitely get temperature into the tyres. Brad then continuing on. That was a really strange way to try and get some temperature into the tyres there, T4. I don't know what's worse, the fact that Nick said that he's no good at this lap and then smashes in a time that's, you know, 5/10 quicker than everybody else, or just the sheer pace of him. So let's see, so far, just Komisan is a 10th up on his time. He's down there in 10th place. We've still got 5 minutes left to qualify. It feels like this qualifying's lasted a long time, guys. It does feel like it's going on for a long time. Let's see, as just Komisan comes to the end of this lap. What is he going to do with his time? He does improve by 8/10. He goes up into 9th place. He improves and gains a position over the rest. Criminal on an outlap, just warming up those tyres down the pitch, down the back straight there. Here we goes. He's starting his lap now. Is anybody else ahead of him on laps? Let's have a little look. Nick coming into the pits. Quasar in sector 2. We're going to stay on board with Criminal though. Let's stay on board with him here. So we're going to be going again. So we're going to go on board with somebody else that's on their laps. Jonas. We'll go on board with Jonas. He's the closest one to finishing his lap. Mind, Jonas is not going to complete his lap. Round comes Brad. No, it's not. It's Sushi Trash. He did go... Oh, okay. Right, let's go back to where we were before. Interior, into the pits. He's going as well. Interesting. Interesting that these guys aren't choosing to complete their laps at the moment. Qualifying is almost over. Sushi Trash going through his lap at the moment. So Sushi continuing on, going through the chicane, the Miami chicane. Actually caught a lot of drivers out in real life did this chicane. I think it was Lance Stroll who went into the barriers here as well, wasn't it? Then again, Lance Stroll goes into barriers at every opportunity he possibly can. Sushi Trash comes down the back straight towards the final few corners. He's got a 28.6 on the board. We've got less than 30 seconds left of qualifying here, so those that are on outlaps will need to get to the end of their outlaps to get laps in if they want to improve on their times. And here comes Sushi Trash, who does improve and goes into P4. Brad continuing on his lap. Let's see what he can do. Currently down there in 8th place. This is when the tensions really start to get a little bit closer together now, guys. As Mason finishes his lap, his qualifying's over, and Mason for pole no more as he's in 11th place. He is down the bottom of the grid there in 11th place. Let's see what he can do in the race. Remember, it's only a 25%. Nick does improve and goes 27.5. I think that's a 10th improvement there. Binned quali. Who? Mason? Yeah, he must have done. Here comes Brad. Can he improve on P8? No, he can't. He improves, but doesn't improve on the Quasar did. Quasar goes a tenth quicker. 6 tenths improvement there. That's crazy. So Quasar takes pole position in the academy race tonight, beating Nick. And look at that, guys. It's PlayStation on top once again. PlayStation, the meta this evening, just as they were last week. PlayStation beat PC last week. PlayStation beat PC to pole position this week. Can we get a PlayStation winner once again, guys? So there we go. PS sandwiched all of PC. Yes. Quasar at the top. Miami a PlayStation track. Here comes all the excuses, guys. Here they all come. The PC guys finding all of the excuses. Shame on you. So here we go then, guys. Don't forget, we have got the formation lap. We're going to have a look at tyres here. So we've got everybody out there except for Jonas and Just Komi-san on the mediums. You've got Just Komi-san going for a set of the hards and Jonas on a set of the softs. Now, from what we've seen from previous races this week, bear in mind they have been 50%ers though, is the hards are actually very good in the 50%er here. The softs were lasting around 11 laps, so expect about 5 laps here for these. So yeah, I mean, it's... I have to wait and see what happens here. What do we reckon, guys? We've got 10 of you watching at the moment. Who do you think is going to win this race? Who is going to win the Grand Prix? Who's going to win here tonight, guys? So here we go then. The cars lining up on the grid. We're waiting for the final few cars. We're going to go on board with just Komi-san for this lights out sequence. So here we go then, guys. We have got 3, 4, 5 red lights. They go out. There's a brief hold, and we are racing here in Miami for the Academy race, guys, in Prospects eRacing League. And just Komi-san gets an average start, goes round the outside into turn 1. He does gain a couple of positions actually, and we've got Sushi Trash actually spinning off around turn 1, so that's not the best start for here. We're going to stay on board with just Komi-san for this opening lap, as we always do. I try and pick a driver to stay on board with through the opening laps, and that is that is Criminal. Criminal's round. Mason down to 8th, but he has gained 4 places, sorry, on the opening lap so far. And just Komi-san 1.2 behind Nick, as Nick's had a terrible getaway. Absolute terrible getaway. Quasar stays in the lead, sorry, as Nick down to 5th from 2nd on the grid. So he's had an awful start, as Jonas on the soft tires had a reasonably good start. As, to be fair, just Komi-san's had a pretty good start as well. He's on the hard tyres, so he's going to be going for a much longer stint to around lap 10, I would say, maybe 9, and chuck those soft tyres on for the end. But he is going to start to come under a little bit of pressure here from Kai behind him. We're going to stay on board here though until he completes lap 1. We're going to watch though as Kai comes up alongside him. As you can see there, guys, into the braking zone. Does Kai get ahead? He brakes later, much later. As that is Kai through and up into P6, and that is lap 1 of 14 completed here in Miami. And now we're going to go on board with some other drivers to see what they're doing. Just Sushi Trash coming down into turn 1 inside of his teammate Brad White there into P9, and that is a 2 AlphaTauris switching positions. The Quasar with a 1.6 lead now, ahead of Jonas, Interior and T4, completing the top 4. Nick in 5th place, losing a lot of ground to the leader there on lap 1, which is unfortunate for him. His pole position time was good, and he looked good. But unfortunately, he is now finding himself down in 5th place. But here he goes. He's going to fight that back, and there he goes. Takes P4 back away from T4 Real. Around the outside he goes. And that is Nick back into 4th place, and then his fight to get himself back into the podium position does continue on. Sushi Trash and Mason changing positions here. Fight it out. They all get a little bit squirrely on the exit curve there, as that was just Komi-san almost hitting the wall, as Sushi Trash, Brad White and Mason all switching it up now. Mason back down into 10th place, only a position higher than he started off. Interior chasing down his teammate. Will there be team orders? Will Gunter be looking there through closed eyes, closed hands, and will he be praying that these two drivers do not come together at any point during this race? Speaking of which, Interior spins, and he's now dropping loads of positions. I don't know where the rest of the drivers are, but yeah, Interior down to 6th place, so he's been pushing it a little bit too hard. Brad White, Sushi getting really close to the back of just Komi-san now. And in fact, Sushi Trash goes down the inside here. Is he going to get done by both AlphaTauris? Brad's closing, he's closing, switches to the outside. There's not much room there, and there's contact. And that is Brad out of the session. That, safety car. I would probably argue there should have been a bit more room left there. As just Komi-san's out of the session as well. So yeah, safety car deployed, guys. Safety car deployed. traction movements. Ha. What happened with Brad? He went for a move, and I would argue that there wasn't enough room left. I mean, I definitely feel like he was entitled to more room. However, the defendant may say, well, you had the inside line, but that said, there should have still been more room left. So safety car will be coming in this lap for definite, guys. I'll be quite shocked. There we go. So we're going to go back racing then. As we do, as Equator now restarts the lead, restarts the race in the lead of the Grand Prix. Equator first, Nick up into second place now, Kai into third, Interior fourth, Sushi into fifth, Jonas sixth, Mason seventh, Criminal eighth, and T4 Real down there in ninth place, but he did stop, underneath that safety car, and he can go to the end on these tyres. Right. So, yellow flags, and that is for Nick. Nick's actually spun it. Oh, and he said that it wasn't his favourite track. So, yeah, I agree that it isn't his favourite track now. Mason closing in, gets pretty close, but doesn't get the move done. Interior on Kai. Kai into second place now. Oh, that's not good. So, Interior into second place. Third place, sorry. Jonas and Sushi trading positions as Sushi down into fifth place now. T4 Real into sixth place. DRS now re-enabled. Obviously, there is 2 laps after the safety car comes in. Interior closing in on Kai. Now, this is going to be, well, he who pits first. Now, obviously, T4 already up into sixth place. He has boxed, but he can go to the end. As I said, tyres are going to be a little bit. Iffy towards the end of this race, but they will go. So it's whether he can continue on and actually make these tyres work towards the end. Mason into the pit for a set of softs. He will be fine to the end, just past half race distance, as Interior is gaining on Kai ahead of him. Now, will Interior go for the undercut? Now's around the time to box. Jonas as well, 4-lap-old mediums. He can definitely go to the end on those as well. So Jonas's alternative strategy is definitely paying off for him at the moment. That safety car really helping him. Obviously, starting on the softs has allowed him to go to mediums very early. But they will be good to the end of the race as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here now with Jonas. Interior probably looking to box very soon. Nobody pitting just yet, but Jonas in a very, very, very strong position. Nick now starting to claw his way back through the field. Still needs to box though, so he's really, really, really in a bad place at the moment. But I can't get the words out. He's not in a great position at all. Obviously, having to box again, he's going to be, towards the end or the back of the field for sure. Don't forget, guys, Tier 4 goes live in just over an hour. In just over an hour's time. Myself and Chappers will be taking us through the season this evening for Tier 4 here at Miami. Here goes Nick on T4 Real down the inside, and that is getting a move made. Those soft tyres possibly starting to struggle a little bit. Obviously, there was DRS there as well, but you still expect them to have a partial advantage over the soft runners, over the medium runners. Sorry, but I don't think they have. I don't think they have now. I think they're getting to the end. Lap 9 of 14, 5 to go, and now is the perfect time to be chucking these soft tyres on. Equator 5-second lead. Now I can imagine he's going to be boxing. He hasn't. He stayed out. Will Kai box? Yes, Kai's into the pit, so he's going for a potential undercut. Interior continues on. Jonas will continue on as well because he doesn't need to box. Sushi into the pits. T4 Real continues on, but he doesn't need to either. Nick 5 seconds speed in the pit lane penalty. Oh, his race going from bad to worse this evening. Criminal having an off as he's coming towards the pit entry as well, so he's boxing. So Equator does continue on. So it'll be interesting to see whether Kai, on those brand new soft tyres, needs to get them up to temperature. Needs to get them up to temperature. Yeah, Nick, your day's not going very well, is it? Your race is not going very well. The Quasar carries on. Interior into the pits. Now, what does... Jonas continues on, obviously. Kai isn't really... Three laps to go. Kai's already closing in on Interior. Interior has just boxed. Now this is becoming a bit of a fight now, obviously, because Kai up into 4th place now. The Quasar's got to box surely this lap. Surely he has to pit this lap. So he's into the pits this time round. Jonas doesn't need to, and he's going to continue on. And Jonas could be looking on for the win here. T4 Real isn't going to be close. I think Jonas has won the race here. Kai fastest lap of the race as well. Now, Quasar just coming out of the pits. And Quasar into 3rd. So Kai's undercut didn't work. But yeah, Jonas's alternative strategy has definitely worked out for him here. I reckon he's got the grip to stay ahead. Let's be honest. These softs aren't getting any newer, Brad. They're not getting any quicker. So it's whether Quasar's not going to make up 8 seconds in 2 laps. It's almost impossible. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It is now purely down to Jonas and not making a mistake or spinning. Penultimate lap. He's got to complete this twice more and then he is winning this race this evening. However, a penalty as well for him would spice things up because it may make him a little bit more under pressure as well. Yellow flags in sector 3. That was for either Mason or Criminal. Mason's race has just not been very good tonight, has it? It's just not been there. Then again, a Quasar already. I mean, I feel like a Quasar left it too long. I generally think a Quasar left it too long. You can just about see Jonas ahead there. Yeah, you can just about see Jonas ahead. He is at the end of... As he was halfway down, he was at the end. So, he gave himself too much to do, I think, Quasar. He needed to do it like two laps earlier. To Martin Kopp, thanks for the follow. Yeah, exactly. He left himself way too much to do, unfortunately. Jonas coming through sector 2 right now. He's almost finishing this race. He's going to be around 3.5 seconds ahead. So even a penalty now would be pretty covered off as well. So it's unfortunate for Equator. He did just leave himself too much to do. And Jonas on the alt strategy has definitely paid off, I think, for him. It's unfortunate because he's definitely made up the time. There's no arguing that he's made up the time, you know. He definitely gave it a good shot. I think a lap or two sooner, and Equator would have won this race. It's like you live and learn. But here comes Jonas. He takes the win. Equator will take second place. T4 will take third and the final podium. As the PC do prove victorious this week. Iteria down there in 5th place, Nick in 6th. Sushi Trash will come home to take 7th, with Mason in 8th and Criminal down there in 9th place. But they are going to be battling this out for the final couple of points here. As there goes Criminal, and Mason just has no errs left. Oh, he's going to go for the move down the inside, and he's lunged it down the inside. He fully sent it, and wow. I mean, he fully sent it down the inside. I guess that was kind of always going to happen though, wasn't it? And Mason does finish in last place this evening. So there we go, guys. There we go. Jonas wins, Quasar second, and T4 Real run up the podium. Kai in 4th, Interior 5th, Nick 6th, Sushi 7th, Criminal 8th, Mason 9th. Just Komi-san and Brad, the non-finishers tonight. Don't forget, guys, in around about 40 minutes, 45 minutes time, we're going to be live again for Tier 4, sorry. And with myself and Chappers. So do come back in around about 45 to 50 minutes time. But for now, guys, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll catch you in a little while. Good night, guys.